Bernie Sanders was in a rom-com. That is not a typo. It is correct. In addition, Al Gore is now a voice actor, Hillary Clinton appeared on Comedy Central, and Michael Bloomberg portrayed himself in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Actors becoming politicians is a common occurrence. Sonny Bono was elected to Congress, Arnold Schwarzenegger was elected governor of California, and Clint Eastwood was formerly mayor of Carmel. Why can't politicians become actors if actors can become politicians? Here are a few examples of times when our political officials ditched their teleprompters in favor of a movie script. At number 10, Bernie Sanders in My Ex-Girlfriend's Wedding Reception. Sanders plays the rabbi in the indie rom-com My Ex-Girlfriend's Wedding Reception, and he delivers a hilarious performance. During his speech to the newlyweds, the rabbi goes off on a baseball tangent, recalling the tragedy that occurred when the Brooklyn Dodgers relocated to Los Angeles. Bernie Sanders is Jewish, albeit notably secular, and well-known baseball lover. In other words, he was ideal for the part. By the way, this was not Sanders' only appearance in a film. In Sweetheart's Dance, he played one of the old men who handed out candy to trick-or-treaters. Before his first election, Sanders worked as a documentary filmmaker. At number 9, John McCain in Wedding Crashers. Vince Vaughn is a strong conservative, so it stands to reason that the late Republican senator would feature in one of the most successful films. McCain portrays himself while Vaughn and Owen Wilson's characters make their way into society with the women they just married. They run into the senator in a fish-out-of-water scenario and quickly realize they are in much over their heads trying to fit in with these rich snobs. McCain campaigned for president in 2000 and 2008, and he died in 2019 as a result of complications from a brain tumor. At number 8, Pat Leahy in 5 different Batman movies. Senator Pat Leahy is the senior senator from Vermont, the same state that Senator Bernie Sanders represents. Leahy, who was first elected in 1974, is also the state's president pro tempore. Leahy was also appeared in 5 separate Batman films, the most well-known of which is The Dark Knight. When Heath Ledger's Joker interrupts one of Bruce Wayne's parties, Leahy is the only partygoer who confirms the Joker before Batman arrives. Fortunately for the Caped Crusader, the Joker responded to the senator by thrusting a knife in his face. At number 7, Hillary Clinton on Broad City. Although some saw it as awkward and obvious pondering, the cast of the Smash Comedy Central show embraced the politician with open arms. However, several of the show's followers were dissatisfied with their appearance. During the 2016 Democratic primary election, Clinton struggled to get the youth vote because her opponent, Bernie Sanders, had overwhelming support from the 18 to 30 group. Despite winning the primary, Clinton was perceived as out of touch with young people, and despite her best efforts, that baggage followed her into the general election against Donald Trump. At number 6, Tip O'Neill on Cheers. Tip in the 1980s, O'Neill was the Speaker of the House of Representatives for a number of years. In an episode of Cheers, he was also offered a beer alongside Norm. And ironically, O'Neill was not the first politician to visit Sam Malone's tavern. At number 5, John Kerry on Cheers. Kerry made headlines when he was initially elected because of his military past. Elected to the Senate in 1985, he frequently traveled his home state of Massachusetts and ultimately found his way onto the set of Cheers, where Norman Cliff approached him for an autograph while standing outside of the bar. At number 4, Al Gore on Futurama. Al Gore has appeared in not 1, not 2, but 6 episodes of Matt Groening's sci-fi parody. He appears as himself in an episode where he is in charge of safeguarding the space-time condominium. In another episode concerning global warming, he declared himself Emperor of the Moon and boasted, "I have ridden the great moon worm," and so forth. At number 3, Nancy Reagan on Diff'rent Strokes. When her husband became governor of California in the 1960s, the Reagans transitioned from a Hollywood family to a political dynasty. She was tasked with pushing an anti-drug campaign when he became president in the 1980s. She made her travels as a campaign spokeswoman, appearing in advertisements and on various TV shows. She eventually made her way onto the set of Diff'rent Strokes. At number 2, Michael Bloomberg on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David begins a feud with his neighbor Michael J. Fox in one of the numerous plot arcs that he just can't win. When he is accused of insulting Fox's cerebral palsy, which causes Fox to fidget, the mayor defends the Back to the Future star and orders David to get out of New York, and indicates the audience to yell at David out of the arena. "No," David begs them, "I'm a native New Yorker. All to no avail, I'm a New Yorker." And last but not least, our favorite politician that became an actor in one of our favorite shows is Joe Biden on Parks and Recreation. Prior to becoming the 46th president, he served as the 44th president's vice president. Aside from being Obama's vice president, he was also Leslie Knope's love interest. Ben gets her an audience with her future president of character trip to DC, of course. Knope stumbled her way through the entire exchange, but Biden seemed to enjoy himself. Knope's crush on Biden had been a running humor throughout the series, and it manifested itself into that one encounter. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of our video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to 10 Focus, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.